Syahmi. I would like to invite Syahmi.
Yes, he's here. He's sharing his slide.
Okay.
Hello. My name is. Hello. And I would like to present my project on Macpherson spring compressor, but a better version of it. So this is my project for my final year in my college. So yeah. This is the old tool that we will be using in the workshop here in Malaysia. We will use this tool to compress the spring from the Macpherson. So this is the old tool that we will be using. And this is a simple video to show you how exactly we use the tool to compress the spring and remove it from the Macpherson strut.
Make sure the spring doesn't slip. Lubricate the threads on the center screw to help prevent deterioration. Attach the OEM tool's strut spring compressor to the coils by positioning the clamps on opposite sides of the spring. This will prevent bulging of the spring as the coils are compressed. Make sure the safety pins are securely in place on the coils so the clamps will not come loose and slip off of the spring. Tighten the clamps using a wrench. Alternate between the clamps as you tighten them. Tighten the clamps evenly so the spring remains balanced as you compress the coils. Clamp down on the spring until it's free from the spring saddle. But don't overcompress the spring. The coils should never touch. You'll know it's done when the spring saddle is free. With the spring compressed securely, take off the top bearing plate and safely remove the spring. You'll need to hold the shaft securely as you loosen the nut with a wrench. Carefully lift the spring off of the strut tower and set it aside.
And yes, as you can see, this is the old way to remove the spring from the Macpherson strut. And the problem with this is, as stated here, if dropped, the coils on the spring could pop loose and cause serious injury, which means that this old way is a very dangerous way to remove the spring from the Macpherson strut. And the disadvantages from the old tools that it is a higher risk tool, which can cause the spring to slip and cause injury. And I've seen some people do it myself, and when the spring pops, it does a really serious injury to them. And the second one is this way, or this method of removing the spring is a very tiring one. Will require high energy usage because it involves both using the tool to compress the hard spring by hand. The third one is a very time consuming method. It requires around 20 minutes to detach the spring from the strut and only to detach it. And the fourth disadvantages will be it's really hard to use. You have to be highly skilled to use the tool safely. And there's a new way in the market right now, which is this machinery right here. It's a little easier and safer, but still is not good enough, and there's more room for improvement. So this is our project prototype, which is the new Macpherson spring compressor that we're designing. They are simple, safe, easy to use, and it takes a lot less time to complete the task. The idea is that we will use a motorized machinery in this project so that you don't have to do the compressing by hand, and we will enable electronics in this project so that with only a push of a button, you can compress the spring and decompress it. The advantages for my project is that it is easier to use. You just press the spring on the place, locked it, and just push the button and it will do the compressing for you. It will be faster as it uses machine and not your human energy. And the third one is that it will be safer to compress the spring as it will not be pop out loose. And then you can watch your distances while you are doing the task. So that's it from my slide. Thank you for your attention, and I'm ready to answer your question. Is there any question? Mr. My Duknya, you are muted. Excuse me, sir. Your mic is off. Sir, your mic, sir.
Thank you, Syahmi.
Yes.
Okay, your research is very meaningful.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
I am interested.
I see.
Any question? Please, any question? Any question for Syahmi? Okay, if no question, next please, Khadia Chokheli.